Welcome to another class of iedubook.com. This is lecture number 1736 on accounting, and today we are going to deal with the concept of depreciation. I am Aranju Jain, your educator for this video. Now basically, depreciation. Before I explain what exactly depreciation means, let me take one example here. You all must have seen that in your homes you would be getting motorbikes, or you might be having a car, or as a kid you might even have a cycle, right? Now these are some of the aspects or some of the things which you use over a period of time, right? It is not that you get a motorbike and it is useless in the evening, right? Let's say if I talk about these as first, second, third, fourth and fifth year. When you get either of these things which are new, which is basically in the first year, what you will notice is that the speed with which they walk, or actually they run, not walk, is very high, right? The thing is shining, new, and gives a lot of comfort to drive, right? But as you move on in the second year, all these aspects may remain, but they tend to go down. So the shining of the motorbike or the car or the bicycle will go down, right? The comfort which you will have may not be very high, it could be high, as compared to the one in the first year. Similarly, when the motorbikes enter the third year of usage, the value might go even further down as compared to year 2. So why does this happen? What happens is that with the usage of any of these things, okay, or because passing of time. So let's say if you get a new motorbike, okay, you keep it in your backyard for 2 years. Do you think it is going to remain as good as it was when you bought it, even though you might not be using it? The answer is no. Similarly, as you start using more and more motorbikes or the car, the value of that, or rather the ease or the comfort with which you were driving it, goes down. This phenomenon under which there's a fall in the value of an asset, okay, because of two reasons, predominantly two reasons. There could be others as well. Because of usage, right? So let's say you've driven 100,000 kilometers with your car, or because of passage of time. Just like I told you that if you keep a bike or a car in your backyard for 2 years, that is not going to be as good as the one which you immediately bought it. So because of usage or because of time, if there's a fall in the value of the asset, this fall is predominantly known as depreciation. So depreciation is nothing but the fall in the value of the asset which arises due to usage, because you've been using this bike over a period of time, okay, or because of time. Now, one interesting thing which you should notice, that all fixed assets are subject to depreciation. But one of the most important thing which you should remember through your life is that land, even though it is a fixed asset, is not subject to depreciation. The reason being that even with usage, the value of the land never goes down or tends not to go down, right? And the usage of land can be for indefinite period of time, unlike other fixed assets. So let's say for a car, you cannot imagine a car to be used for 1,000 years. So it has what? It has a finite life, if I may call it, as against a land which has infinite life. Therefore, we don't charge any depreciation on land. But barring land, all fixed assets, be it your building, okay, be it your plant and machinery, be it your computer or anything else, they are subject to depreciation. Now depreciation, the amount or the fall in the value of the asset, is predominantly linked with the usage and time. But because usage is something which is in most cases, if not all, incapable of determination, so in the primary criteria which is used for depreciation is the time. So what we do is we estimate what is the finite life for which an asset is going to be used, and the cost of the asset is written off over these two periods, either under a straight line method called the SLM or the WDV method. I will explain to you the meaning of both these kinds in the subsequent videos to come, because these are detailed topics, right? But depreciation is predominantly charged as a factor of time. It can be used for other factors as well, right? So let's say if you have an asset which can produce 10,000, or let's say you have a plant which can produce 10,000 units, right? So then you might just want to charge depreciation or the value on a per unit basis, right? Although all these things over a period of time have gradually phased out, and depreciation is charged on these two methods only. Thank you for being with us today. Look forward to having you in further videos on the concept of depreciation.